Hey everyone, so we are in your lesson 23 entrance slips. All right. We're again going to focus on the solving of the equation here, especially because the fraction that's in there. We're going to skip out on question number 2 right now. It's a good one, but it's just not something that we need to be pursuing at this time. So let's go on up here. Again, we are working on the solving of the equations. We do want to emphasize the showing the work to both sides, and then your vocabulary that you're using as well to explain what you are doing. So we do always start on the side with that variable, and we're going to undo any addition or subtraction. So we are going to subtract 2, all right, from both sides. All right, so I've got 3/4 x equals 12. And then the technique that we did see from yesterday is to get rid of the fraction. All right, there's a variety of ways that you can do this, but the most straightforward is to multiply by the reciprocal. Again, if you say, well, shouldn't we divide both sides by 3/4? I agree with you. But remember, dividing by 3/4, to divide with fractions, you have to multiply by the reciprocal. So it just kind of, it's a more direct route. But again, take whatever route you want as long as you are getting there and you're showing things to both sides. So I'm going to make 12 into a fraction. I see some cross division here. I could multiply across. Hey, x equals 16. All right. Yeah, people, we spend a lot of time with your fractions for that reason, so get comfortable with them. So steps wise, what did we do? Well, we did subtract 2 from both sides. Again, I don't mind if you write out the words or you kind of show what's going on. The key thing here is that phrase of your both sides. That's one of the emphasis we want to make. And then what we did is I multiplied 4/3 again to both sides. Again, that's the phrase that we are after, is that both sides that we're really trying to push. That's the conversation we should have. Okay, so as we've talked about within this unit, it's the same thing over and over again. It takes some time to get used to writing equations. So we see them yet again. Let's read through it here. We got Jack's math teacher entered the 7th grade students in a math competition. There was an enrollment fee of $30 and also an $11 charge for each packet of 10 tests. The cost was $101. How many tests were purchased? Okay, so setup wise, well, okay, let's piece some things together here. We're spending the $30. Okay, so that's set, that's locked in. All right, and then we're also getting $11 for each packet. Now again, if you're doing a visual here, we're doing this, and we're saying $11. We're saying $11. Dot 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 dot. I don't know how many. $11. And I know the cost was $150. So again, that's the visual form for it. Again, if you're like, no, thank you, I've been seeing this enough right now. You don't need to see another visual. I'm comfortable. Okay, well, that's fine. Then if that's the case, then what you should have had was a 30 plus 11x equals 51. And the idea here is we don't know how many of them that there are, but we know we'd multiply them times 11. If there were 5 of them, we would do 11 times 5. If there were 2 of them, 11 times 2. If there were 700 of them, 11 times 700. Okay, so let's solve our equation here. Ourselves our two-step equation. So let's subtract 30 from both sides. Again, the goal is to get that x all by itself. So I'm going to subtract 30. All right. 11x equals 121. We can divide both sides by 11. All right, x equals 11. Now, the thing that we're pushing here today, all right, and we're pushing overall is you got to make sure you're answering the question. I solved my equation. I got 11, but I don't think that's the answer. Let's go back up again. How many tests were purchased? Okay, it's $11 for each packet. So what I just found is that there's 11 packets. Well, if each packet has 10 tests, okay, I need to finish that up now. So that would actually be 11 times 10. Oops. And that would give me 110 tests that we got. So again, we do need to watch. We do need to watch for what they're asking. Again, said it enough here. We'll say it again there. People, remember, make sure you are getting your equations out. When you take your quiz, when you take your test, everything's going to be based on the ability to write out the equation. So I'm looking for that. All right, that's where your points come from. You get the answer correct, congratulations. You get a point or two. All your points are really coming from the ability to write out your equations. If we go back to what you saw yesterday, again, we box that in. Hey, that's where after the writing of the equation that's out there. If we go back again here, the 4x plus 8 equals 6, writing out your equations. All right, guys, enjoy.